In spite of a pandemic, a shortage of labor, and congested supply chains, contractors throughout the world kept working on billion-dollar megaprojects in 2021, when President Joe Biden proposed a $2 trillion plan to update the infrastructure of the country and restructure the economy. A number of ambitious American megaprojects have been approved. Join us today as we learn about some of the largest projects now being built in the U.S. Number 5. Project Connect Texas. The Project Connect is an aspiring proposal to improve transportation options in Austin, Texas. The institution overseeing the massive project, Capital Metro, would add 2 light rail lines. 2 commuter rail lines and 1 bus rapid transit line will be added to the currently operating Red Line, which will also get significant enhancements. A transit tunnel through the city center, an all-electric fleet of trains and buses, and new park and ride facilities placed throughout the service area are also included in the proposal's list of overall investments. By 2020, Capital Metro had acquired 12, and so by 2040 it intended to have 400 electric buses and trains in service. As stated by the Capital Metro, the project will introduce a number of firsts to Austin, along with a light rail system that runs beneath the busiest area of the city, enhancing the system's reliability, speed, and safety. This megaproject was accepted by voters in November 2020 during a local election held in Austin in conjunction with the presidential election. As according to reports, the project would cost $7.1 billion and be funded by public funds from both the federal and state governments, by increasing the local property tax rate by 8.75. Project Connect was initially expected to cost over $10 billion, but was later reduced to $7.1 billion because of financial concerns in the wake of the COVID-19 global epidemic. The construction of the project began in February 2022. But it is still uncertain when the order will really be delivered. Number 4. Gordie Howe International Bridge. The Gordie International Bridge, a cable-supported international bridge that crosses the Detroit River and connects the U.S. city of Detroit with the Canadian city of Windsor, will have a main span of 853 meters when it is finished, making it the longest cable-supported bridge in North America. 6 lanes of vehicular traffic, 2 A-shaped towers, and a 12-foot wide route for bicyclists and pedestrians will all be present on the bridge. With traffic crossing the border expected to increase from 18,500 vehicles per day in 2016 to 26,500 by 2025. This project is named after the Canadian ice hockey player Gordie Howe, whose celebrated career included 25 years with the Detroit Red Wings and who passed away 2 years before construction of the bridge began. An orderly movement of people and products between the United States and Canada will be provided by the Gordie International Bridge. The project also includes developing new entryways that will link to the American and Canadian bridge terminals. One of the largest border facilities in North America, the new Canadian Seaport of Entry will be built on a 130-acre site, and will be the largest Canadian port along the US-Canadian border. The US Port of Entry will be built on a 167-acre site. The Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority is building the bridge, and it is projected that of the $4.4 billion contract, $2.9 billion will be set aside for the design-build phase, including finance, and the remaining $1.5 billion for operations, service, and restoration. Number 3 is the 30-meter telescope. With its 30-meter diameter prime focus, the 30-meter telescope, or the TMT, is one of a new class of extremely large telescopes that will empower us to observe cosmic objects with unprecedented sensitivity and detail. The TMT will produce images that are more than 12 times clearer than those from the Hubble Space Telescope, and 4 times clearer than the new James Webb Space Telescope. With the use of this enormous telescope, the TMT International Observatory, an international non-profit collaboration of institutions from the US, China, India, and Canada, seeks to study the origin of the universe. Once constructed, it will be made up of a gigantic mirror with 492 segments of reflecting glass, and have a collecting area that is 655 square meters in size. The dome's overall circumference will be 66 meters, and its overall height will be 55 meters, or the height of an 18-story structure. Inside a 5-acre complex, the structure's entire size is expected to be 1.4 acres. Construction of the $2.4 billion 30-meter telescope, which is being built in Hawaii on Lonokai, a dormant volcano, has triggered protests throughout the state because Mauna Kea is considered to be the most sacred mountain in Hawaiian culture. As a result of the COVID-19 global pandemic, officials announced that the project would be delayed. Although pieces of the 30-meter telescope are currently being produced, no specific timeline has been given regarding expected start and completion dates. Number 2. High-speed rail in California. With speeds of up to 220 miles per hour and 24 stations, this 800-mile California high-speed rail rack will go from Los Angeles to San Francisco in about 2 hours and 40 minutes, by reducing transportation carbon pollution and being a component of a sustainable transportation system. The high-speed rail system will help the state to accomplish its climate change goals. In fact, the rail system is expected to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 12.5 billion pounds a year, which is the equivalent of 1 million cars, and cut consumption of foreign oil by 12.7 million barrels. In the 1980s, then Governor Jerry Brown originally put up the megaproject idea. However, it wasn't realized until 2012, when the Obama administration accelerated the project. In 2008, Californians approved a $10 billion plan to begin building a high-speed train system throughout the state. The ambitious project was initially estimated to cost around $40 billion in total. However, it has been beset by many challenges because of a number of protests and legal disputes. The first 119-mile segment of the project's development didn't begin until 2015, which is over 3 years later than originally planned. As the megaproject's duration and expense have expanded, the eventual sum may reach $105 billion. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell on so that you won't miss our upcoming upload. Finally, number 1 is MSG Sphere Las Vegas's. At the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas, construction is now taking place on a sizable entertainment and music stadium. The wildly optimistic sphere-shaped construction project was started in 2019. And is anticipated to be finished in the second half of 2023. The venue is estimated to cost nearly $2 billion when completed. The MSG Sphere is expected to become the largest spherical structure in the world at 336 feet tall and 516 feet wide. It will serve as a radical new entertainment space that can accommodate up to 20,000 audiences standing or 17,500 guests seated, along with 23 VIP suites. The Sphere is initially expected to have a record-breaking 160,000 square foot wraparound LED screen on the inside, and a record-breaking 580,000 square foot exterior LED display. Both displays will be fully programmable and able to support high picture resolution, making the Sphere visible from a distance of several miles. The mission of MSG is to convey visitors to the setting and experiences shown on the immersive screen. The Sphere will hold a unique spatial sound system with up to 164,000 speakers. The building of the Sphere would be concentrated on concrete, followed by the installation of steel, and finally the steel domed ceiling. The inside will feature 3 levels of cooling, including one under the chairs. The ceiling of the dome, which would take 13,000 tons of steel to finish, is the most difficult aspect of the project. MSG Entertainment has revealed intentions to construct numerous other spheres in various places throughout the world. What will your opinion be of these groundbreaking megaprojects now being built in America by the time they are truly finished at the end of the decade? Please like and comment below. Let us know what you thought about this upcoming projects. Please also check out the video on your right or left. Thanks for viewing the video, and we'll see you in the next video.